Hello and welcome to Guru Squad. My name is Ahmed. I'll be giving you a good overview of the different features GS RichCopy 360 offers. GS RichCopy 360 can be viewed as a data copier or a folder replicator, which you could copy files and folders from one location to another, whether you're doing it to migrate data from one server to another or from one machine to a workstation to another. It could be a disaster recovery solution, it could be a backup solution, or just data mirroring purposes. GS RichCopy 360. If you're copying folders from one place to another, from one folder to another folder that's maybe outdated, GS RichCopy would not necessarily copy the entire folder's content all over again, but it would detect the modified files that are not located in the destination and it would copy those files. So basically it would copy the deltas. One of the cool features that it offers is the ability to copy locked and open files. If you've got a file or a folder that's basically locked at the time of copying, GS RichCopy would notice that and it would reach out to Windows VSS, Volume Shadow Services, which is integrated in Windows, and it would call it out and say, give me that file basically that's locked, and VSS at that point would pass it on to, would make a copy and would pass it on to GS RichCopy 360 and onto the destination. It's 100% VSS integrated. Long path name support. It's one of the cool features that a lot of customers look for it. If you have a folder that's basically more than 256 characters long, GS RichCopy 360 out of the box with nothing that you need to do on your end would detect that long path name and at that point would copy the files as needed. No user intervention required. Once you copy a job, you have the option to run jobs manually. Basically, you click on the job and you say start, or you could run it according to the scheduler. The scheduler could be set to run once, it could be set to run at a specific time on a set interval, basically every 5 minutes, once a day, once a month, once a week, once a year, according to whatever your heart desires. GS RichCopy is the only copy utility that utilizes pure multi-threading technology. It's 100% utilizes parallel computing. What that means is most of our competitors do not offer multi-threading. However, the ones that do, their multi-threading is a bit different from the way GS RichCopy 360 is. Ours basically reaches out. If you have 8 threads and you have 8 cores, as a simple example, then if you select multi-threading of 8, then at that point each file would utilize a core on that machine. So if you have 8 cores, then 8 files would be copied at that time, utilizing each one would be using its own logical core. Destinations could have the same date and timestamp as the source. Most copying software out there, when you're copying folders from one location to another, the destination folders would not reflect the exact same date and time that's on the source. Instead, they would reflect the date and time of the time they were actually copied. GS RichCopy 360 gives you the feature or the option to reflect the date and timestamp on the destination folders to be the same exactly as the source. Email notifications. With GS RichCopy 360, you could basically specify to receive an email every time a job is done and it's successful, or just email you if the job ever fails, or basically you could say send it, but it doesn't matter, just once the job is completed, send me an email. You could utilize local SMTP servers if you've got one. If you want to use cloud services like Gmail, Hotmail, whatever it is that's out there, GS RichCopy 360 can utilize them. so that you don't have SMTP. You don't need to have SMTP services locally running in your own LAN. GS RichCopy 360 would not only copy the files and folders, but it could also copy their extended attributes and advanced NTFS permissions. So different ESELs and stuff like that. Our design is simple, intuitive, gives you a single pane of glass. When you're trying to copy files and when you're trying to create a job, you could use a simple wizard that will walk you through it. And if once you become very comfortable, you could also skip the wizard if you decide to do so. GS RichCopy 360 is fully supported. It's got support staff that are working around the globe. We've got offices in India, we've got offices in England, we've got offices in the United States. So no matter what time it is, when you need support, you could reach out to us by email, phone, or you could use web chats. This is a good overview of GS RichCopy 360. I would like to thank you for your time and viewing, and please do feel free to watch the rest of the video nuggets that we have created to get more and more familiar with GS RichCopy 360. Thank you and have a good day.